It is Wednesday, my dudes.
This drama contains adult language and partial nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, you're listening to the Drunk Sports Podcast, talking sports, current events, guy stuff, and everything in between. Now, open up a cold one and drink along, because here they are.
I have crippling depression.
You can buy me a drink.
We're all drunk.
Hello, and welcome, drunk dudes and dolls and drunk sports pod turds, to a Wednesday edition of the Drunk Sports Podcast, live from the DSP Media Podcast Studios in dark and dreary, but somewhat warm North Dallas. I am IndyCar Tim, joined by Colby, Whiskey, Tillum, and Sapp. Hello, Colby.
How's it going, Tim?
It's going.
Good.
It's a fun Wednesday. We're going to have a good show. I can feel it in my nipples.
All right. Well, stop feeling your nipples. You're on camera.
Damn it.
That's a bad thing to do.
That was on.
You know what? I'm going to start off with a shout out just real quick, just so people that will know. And if you live in the Hurst, Euless, Bedford area of up here in the Texas, and you would know what Hurst, Euless, Bedford is if you're living kind of close to everybody.
HEB.
HEB. There is off of Harwood and Central. There's a Kroger's there, and in that Kroger's parking lot, there's a little Mexican restaurant called Macarena.
Oh, it's a good dance.
And I went there Saturday night. And got their brisket tacos. Those were good, but it was also super huge cheat meal day for me. So I also got their torta cubana. So it's a
Cuban tortilla?
No, it's a Cuban sandwich on a torta. And this torta was huge. My dear God, it had like 3 or 4 different types of pig on it, including like just thrown in there with it, like a nice grilled hot dog in the middle of this other. It was amazing. All I'm telling you is if you're in the area, you're around there, go find where I told you. It's in the Kroger's parking lot, Harwood and Central. Go in there. You don't have to tell them that the Drunk Sports Podcast sent you, but you know what? Do it.
Yeah, why not?
And just tell them that we sent you there and order the torta cubana. Oh, God. And if you're a Cuban sandwich fan like I am, get ready for the bite of heaven.
Not a big Cuban sandwich fan, but that sounds kind of good, actually.
Is it the mustard or the pickles that throws you off the Cuban sandwich?
It's not neither. I'm not a big fan of pulled pork type meat or any pulled like shredded chicken, shredded beef. I don't like any of that stuff.
Okay, well this actually kind of misses out on it has the ham on it, and then it has this. It's a pork patty of some such that's crispy on the outside and it's got a really good chew to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it mixes with the soft sliced cooked ham and then the snap on the hot dog in the middle of it with like everything else that they've got going on. And I bit into that. And this was after I'd already eaten like a brisket taco first. So it wasn't like I'm starving out of my mind.
Right.
And I bit into that, and the biggest smile that has ever crossed my face. And they're not a sponsor. They're not anything. You just, if you're in the area, go try it, please. You will understand what I'm talking about.
That sounds kind of good.
It's great.
Next time I'm over there in that HEB area.
If you don't go by Big Guy's Chicken and Rice.
Yeah, because you keep telling me about that place. How come we didn't shout them out yet?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what you eat for dinner every Wednesday before the show. You have a big bucket of it over there in front of you.
Hey, man, Big Guy's Chicken and Rice is amazing. But it's I've had those kind of dishes before. This was something that was new, and I think everybody should experience.
Mexican food is my favorite, Colby. Like, it's not even close. I love Italian food, too.
Right.
But on a scale of 1 to 10, Mexican's like up there at a 12. And then my second favorite's probably like American food, burgers, hot dogs. That's like a 6, and then Italian's a 5.
Man,
I really don't eat
hold on
other.
to all that information because we may need to do a Drunk Sports Podcast ranks the foods.
Yeah, let's do it.
We need to do that.
I don't eat Thai food. I don't eat much Chinese food, really. I'm not a fan of the ethnic food. I don't eat I will eat some gyros every now and then. I like Greek food.
Okay. Gyros. About half the people listening right now cringed when you said
Well,
gyros.
you know what? We're in America.
Uh-huh.
And that's how it's spelled. That's how I pronounce it. It's
Right.
a gyro.
Okay. All right.
It's not a euro, or otherwise it would be spelled differently.
Gyro, yeah.
Or a yeto,
Mhm.
whatever you just said out of your mouth.
I just said the same thing you tried to say.
Your food mouth.
Mm-hmm. So Japanese food. You out on Japanese?
I never touch it. Nope, I'm out. I don't like Asian food. I don't like, and I definitely don't like Indian food. There's an Indian restaurant right next to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
It makes me gag sometimes when the wind's blowing the wrong way in my door, right into my door when I walk outside and I can smell curry. I don't even know what curry is. Why does it exist?
Because it's awesome.
No, it's terrible.
Okay, well, everybody, just so you know that Tim pretty much has the taste buds of a 5-year-old.
I like McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm. So don't worry about his food choices, and don't let them affect you how you see food, because good God Almighty, it's so weird. You know what? Sidebar. It's so weird that, like, Tim, if you put him in a situation where he has to either eat, dip his Oreos in milk or wait, this is the situation, or eat raw oysters fresh off the shell. He will eat the raw oysters, but anybody that dips their Oreos in milk, he will throw up.
Yep. Don't dip shit in milk. It's gross.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love raw oysters, but the idea that, that he thinks, well, everybody should love raw oysters. Well, that's not correct. But
I know that.
But but everybody out there listening right now is going, but Oreos and milk, that's the thing that goes with the thing.
No, you can drink milk and eat Oreos. I do that all the time.
They actually have it in the commercials of how to do it.
They're wrong.
No, that's the company. They're right.
Because nobody likes soggy cookies.
Everybody likes soggy cookies.
No. It's the same reason I don't eat bread pudding. And it used to be one of my favorite desserts until I had to make it one time and I realized it's just soggy bread. Not eating soggy bread either. And all these hot dog eating contests when they dip their hot dog in water.
Well, that's just for a competitive
Hell
edge.
no. It's
not
gross.
Like they're sitting there enjoying the dog water.
It looks like they enjoy it. And then they probably drink that dog water afterwards.
Well,
as a snack.
Yes.
So gross.
That's because they didn't get enough calories in during the hot dog eating contest. They had to have
23 hot dogs.
Snack. Jesus.
That's disgusting. Can't do it.
Okay, so anyway, shout out to Macarena.
Yes, I want to go try that place.
Go check that out.
We'll shout them out on social media too. We'll throw it out there with the address and everything.
Damn right we'll do that. So if you follow us on the socials, then you can go ahead and see exactly where it's at. But now, Tim, I think it's time for us to dip our toes into a little Round the Cowboys.
And now it's time for Around the Cowboys, where we discuss America's team and all of their mediocre NFC East opponents. Brought to you by the Drunk Sports Podcast and BetUS.
I really don't know why I drew out the word Cowboys at the end of that. So
for effect.
Don't ask. Yeah, I was doing my own special effect.
Thought it was kind of cool. You were trying to go over my echo there.
Mm-hmm. Have a beer.
Yeah. Have a drink on me.
That's right.
So Colby Cowboys. We talked Monday. In case you guys missed the Monday show, we recapped Colts. It's usually how we do things around here. We'll do the recap on Monday, as long as the Cowboys aren't playing on Monday night. I haven't looked at the schedule. They may have a Monday night game or two left in them. But then we'll do the preview on Wednesday for the upcoming game. And, of course, they draw the 1-10-1 Houston Texans.
Woo.
And you know what? They're not as good as their record shows either, Colby.
No, they've gotten worse because they don't even have the quarterback that got them the one win in there, right?
Well, he's back.
He's back?
The Kyle Allen experiment lasted one game. They have announced Davis Mills will once again be their starter after a one-game benching to see what Kyle Allen could do.
And every time I hear Davis Mills, my brain automatically at the end of it just goes, the third.
That sounds like one of those names, doesn't it?
Right. Davis Mills the third. It just sounds like that should be there. The Texans, what do they have?
They don't have much of anything.
They've got a running back, right? Is Pierce still doing?
Pierce
The things he
Is he
does.
still hurt? I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Oh dear.
Why are you running? I thought last year, they kind of showed some signs of life. Like they may have a little bit something. Davis Mills showed me something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought for sure Lovie Smith taking over as head coach. Well, this team's going to show some improvements. They won, 4 games last year? They went their last year with Deshaun Watson. They went 4-12.
Right.
And they never recovered from that. And I thought, man, this year, 5-6 wins would be improvement. And the city would be happy with that. The organization would be happy with that because I thought Davis Mills showed he could be the guy or at least a guy to get him to another guy.
Right.
And, man, he's done nothing but regress this year. And it's one of those situations, I don't know that I blame him at all. He's in a bad situation. It's like playing quarterback for the Browns or playing quarterback for the Jets or apparently the Panthers.
Right.
Let into that list.
By the way, Jets probably shouldn't be on that list that you just uttered out.
Well, but historically,
True.
that's all I'm saying.
True. Yeah, and maybe should throw the Panthers on that list. The Texans, it's not looking good, and as you just got through pointing out, and the other thing that's happening over there is it's not Lovie Smith that's got the give ups, but I think the rest of the team does.
Well, why wouldn't you if you played on that team?
A lot of those guys, as Mike Bassick pointed out on the KNC.
Is that his brother?
Yeah, his brother Mac pointed out on the KNC Masterpiece. A lot of those guys that are on the Houston Texans, they wouldn't be in the NFL if it wasn't for the Houston Texans. They're just not that good. So
no, and I heard somebody mention on one of these talk show national laws on satellite radio saying, you know what? There's no bad players in the NFL. It's impossible for a bad player to make it to the NFL because so few football players can make it to the NFL. They've all done something to be good enough to get to the NFL. And then I'm like, in my head, I was like, so have you watched the NFL lately?
Right.
Clearly don't know. But no, dude, Houston is just flat out bad. And here's a stat to show you how bad they are, even going into last year. So in some sports books, and we'll get into the line and all that in our weekly picks at 8:20 with Big Red joining the show.
Big Red.
The line on most of the sports books right now is at 17 to 17.5 points.
Wow.
Cowboys are favored.
I don't know if that's enough.
That is the largest spread of any NFL game this year. The last time the NFL had a spread of at least 17 points, it was also the Houston Texans against the Cardinals last year when the Cardinals won 40-5.
I think they covered.
Colby, do you know when the time before that the NFL had a game that had a spread that was at least 17 points?
When's that?
That would have been the Houston Texans earlier last season against the Buffalo Bills. That was a 40-0 cover. Oof. So, yeah, this could get Colts ugly.
Yeah,
for the Cowboys.
Here's the thing. This could start out like the fourth quarter and keep going until finally we just stop putting people out there. So,
you might have, Cooper Rush playing quarterback at halftime.
You might.
And I would be okay with that.
I would be okay with that as well.
By the way, Ben DiNucci in the news.
Because he's in the XFL?
Playing for those Seattle Sea Dragon Hawks, whatever they are.
I wish he would have been on the Arlington squad.
Yeah, okay, look, I'm an XFL guy.
Right.
Covered the 2020 incarnation of the XFL.
I can't wait for this incarnation.
Oh, I can't either. And I've got my stories of sitting up in the press box at what is now Choctaw Stadium, the old course temple where the Rangers played. Up in the press box next to Brad Sham while he took a nap during a couple of the games. Like, I don't even know why he was there. Yeah, but he's up there, and I'm like, holy crap, there's Brad Sham sitting about 5 seats away from me. And they're all empty because there's like 10 of us in that whole press box.
Right.
But just snoozing away. He just needed somewhere quiet, I guess.
Yeah.
But, congrats to Ben DiNucci and, of course, the Renegades with our old quarterback, Landry Jones, who is supposed to be the best quarterback in that league. as I think they won three games out of the 6 that they played before they canceled it. But whatever.
Landry got hurt. Stuff.
Stoops is the head coach again.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, we'll be out there covering some of that, having some fun.
That'll be good times. I can't wait for that. I actually can't.
I wonder if the Renegades could beat the Texans.
You know what? I'm not sure.
I'd like to see it though.
I would like to see it as well.
Let's see the USFL team, because they just finished their season. Whoever won that championship, was it US? Yeah, the USFL. Whoever won that championship, let's see them play the Texans.
Well, the USFL is coming back too.
Well, who was it? What was the season that somebody just finished their season?
Was it the USFL? I thought they were coming back.
No, they are coming back. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, but they're not going to play they just finished it before the NFL started.
Yeah, is that what it was? Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't remember things.
So yeah,
I
you're
digress.
going to have the USFL as well. As far as Cowboys Texans, if any of y'all are out there waiting on this to be that trap game, it's not. Okay. If this were to end up acting like a trap game, then the Cowboys won't cover, and that's about as close as you'll get to a trap game.
Would you be disappointed with a 21-10 victory by the Cowboys?
Depending on how the game went. Like if it was just they got 21 points and then it was finally, it's like, well, let's see. And then they ended up with like third and whatever stringers out there.
Yeah.
And
then they scored 10 points late.
Yeah.
Then what if it is 10-7 at the half Cowboys, and they go on to win it? Well, I guess it'd be hard to win 21 with 11 points, but
right.
Okay, whatever. 24-13.
You know what?
Kind of like the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Sort of let them hang around in the first half.
See, I don't see, because isn't this in Houston?
It's here.
It's here?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then that might happen again. If it was in Houston, it's with death march them all the way through it.
It's also a noon game for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. There just could be a slow start.
Yep.
It could be a slow start.
It's the only thing that concerns me.
I'm not concerned about it, though.
Man, I'm concerned every time the Cowboys take the field. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, because you're a pessimist.
No, just because of history.
Yes.
Sometimes they play down to the level of their opponent.
You've been broken, and I'm telling you, this team is different.
Look, girls have broken me.
Uh-huh.
And the Cowboys have broken me.
Well, this team is different. It feels different. It tastes different. Smells different. It's not the same.
I hope you're right. I really, really do. And I told you my criteria for when I will feel comfortable with this team.
I did. And I told you my criteria for when I feel comfortable with this team.
When this team wins their first playoff game,
it's when
then I'll be okay. Colby's got a little tidbit here for everybody.
I have not gotten this hat out since I got it. And that was right after this Super Bowl. I haven't gotten it out. As many times as you've probably heard me on either The Fan or Fox Sports 1190 or wherever you've heard me talk about, I think the Cowboys are going to be good, and I really think they have a chance at the championship. You know, I didn't feel great about it because I didn't reach into my closet and then I get this little dude out. This has not been out of my closet since the championship. Super Bowl 30.
How many Super Bowls was that ago? 21? It was 21 Super Bowls ago.
It hasn't seen the light of day. And now, as you can tell, hasn't been worn much, nothing. I mean, good God almighty, it's really effing old. Okay?
I got kids that aren't that old.
All
of my kids aren't that old.
None of my kids are this old. None of them.
My oldest was born in 96 that I know of.
And it also was autographed from somebody back then, but I
can't read it anymore. He doesn't know who it is.
Can't read it. I have no idea who it was. It could have been. You know what? It looks like a T. That could be Troy Aikman's autograph. I had ran into him at some point during that.
By the way, I have a comment about your hat.
What's that?
With all due respect. Thought that hat, when it came out, was as ugly as all get out.
Yep.
And it still is.
But you know what it has on it, Tim?
An autograph that you can't recognize.
And also the star next to the word Super Bowl when
That's
it happened.
I know. I get it. It was the 90s, man. There wasn't a lot that was fashionable in the 90s, okay?
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how much that I believe in the Dallas Cowboys is the hat has been broken out. And yes, people that have known me I've talked about this, like Kevin, Corey, G, nobody's seen this hat ever.
But you talked about it since then.
It's right there. It's out. It's out. It's in the studio. That means that's where I believe the Cowboys will end up.
Really? So you're calling it right now?
Yes, I'm calling it right now.
All right, fair enough. We will see. You know what? And again, I hope you're right, man. I really do. I talk a lot of shit, but I hope you're right.
Yep. Oh, the other things you talk shit about, let's go ahead and get out the way.
What's that?
Dak Prescott's a pretty damn good quarterback, sir. He's
finding his legs again. I will give you that. I'm not ready to anoint him a top 10 quarterback in the league again yet, though. He's getting there.
Oh, he already is that.
Just like CeeDee Lamb is
a number one wide receiver.
Is improving, and he's showing that if he works hard, at some point maybe he can be a number one wide receiver in the NFL.
He is one right now.
Only by default.
No. I mean, a legitimate number one wide receiver and deserving of the number 88.
Okay, no, those are two separate things.
No, they're the same thing.
He can be a certified number one receiver in the league and not deserve the number 88.
I'm telling you, he deserves the number 88.
Gross.
And
I'll never admit that.
Yeah, well,
Dez didn't deserve it. Antonio Bryant sure as hell didn't deserve it.
Fingers is the only one that didn't deserve it out of those people.
No, I'm out. He needs to wear number 2 or something.
Dez Bryant was the best wide receiver for a long-ass time on this team. He deserved to wear it.
Well, that's true. It's like saying he's the best place kicker on the team.
There was more than one wide receiver on the team while he was on it.
Oh, I thought maybe he was the only one.
No.
That's why he got all the balls all the time.
You remember the other guy that had trouble with his Corvette and his scooter?
Miles Austin?
Terrence Williams. I done forgot him too.
Yeah. Out of Baylor? Baylor, right?
I'm a potato.
Yes.
Terrence Williams went to Baylor. He was supposed to be big. He was for a while. They were a good 1-2 punch for a while.
Where are they?
I mean, as much of a one punch as Dez Bryant could ever be.
I think you're way overrating Terrence Williams.
I think you're overrating Dez Bryant.
I think you need to go look at some stats and some
I don't care about stats. Dude was a cancer, man.
He was not a cancer. Go watch football.
I watched football.
No, you didn't. Obviously not with those opinions.
He was gross. Didn't like him in college. Didn't like him in the Cowboys.
All right, you're stupid. Move on.
Am I?
Yeah.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, y'all have made it to the segment of the show.
You made it past Cowboys talk.
Where we just belittle each other.
It's just a sketchy proposition every week.
Right. You have to understand.
We didn't get to anything that was on the run sheet other than just Cowboys.
No, we really didn't. The main reason is because, well, Tim's not smart when it comes to Cowboys talk, and I have to try and smarten him up a little bit.
Or I'm smarter than everyone else.
How many times do you think that's actually been true in your life?
Oh, lots of times.
Besides the times you dropped your
now.
kids off at kindergarten.
My kids did. Oh, yeah, they did. Never mind. I just forgot to pick them up.
Right. Because that's the sign of a smart guy.
Well, it was on purpose.
All right, the segment now is not what we were just going about on and on about. The segment now is actually the good, bad, and the ugly, where I go through all the people that were born today, pick out the famous people, or at least the people that are famous to me, and we let you, along with Tim and myself, rank these people on who's the good ones, or who's the good one, who's the bad one, and who's the ugly one. And we're going to start off with some dead ones. Died in 2022. One Aaron Carter.
He's really on your list?
He's famous.
He just died, right? Very recently.
Mm-hmm. It's his birthday today.
I've never heard of him before. I know his big brother.
Right.
I don't think I ever heard of this. And he had face tattoos, Colby. That's never a good idea.
Unless it is a good idea.
You think face tattoos are a good idea?
If you got a really cool face tattoo.
Like Mike Tyson?
You know what?
That one's kind of badass because he's Mike Tyson.
Yeah. There's people that can get away with certain things, and, some people can get away with face tattoos. Other people just look at the mirror and regret that one night
All right.
that they did those things.
So many regrets.
Turning 42 years of years of age, years of old.
Years of old.
Turning 42. I'm just going to go with that so I don't have to jumble bunny my face off right here trying to talk. Jennifer Carpenter. You might know her better as Deborah Morgan from Dexter.
Never seen it.
Never.
I never had Showtime.
I'm doing on a show with.
Same reason I never watched Well, I never wanted to watch Game of Thrones, but I didn't have HBO back then.
So Deborah Morgan, who plays Dexter's sister.
Wait, what's the character's name? Jennifer Carpenter or Deborah Morgan?
Deborah Morgan is the character's name. You'll know she'll probably have like aviators on in the picture if you're looking her up.
Huh. Oh, there's a lot of different. Apparently, I'll say but Jennifer Carpenter is the actress.
Jennifer Carpenter, yeah. So she plays Dexter's sister.
Damn, Gina.
But throughout the second to last season, they start like being like lovers for a little bit.
Wait, his sister?
Well, it's not from the same mom.
Are they step? They're half.
Half? Yeah.
Is this her?
That is her.
All right. I mean, if she was my sister, I'd probably hit it.
And they worked that in because the actual actor and the actress were having a relationship.
Look, she's between us and we're talking about her like.
Right. So I should look. So, yeah, she was in a relationship with Michael C. Hall. Wait, is that the guy that's Dexter? Or did I just make that up?
I never saw it.
But then their relationship ended, and then the next season, their characters were in a relationship. How messed up is that?
Huh.
A little Dexter news for you.
All right.
Turning,
she's 42.
Yeah, she is.
She's too old for me.
Turning. Oh, I saved one in here for you here.
Sweet.
Turning 74 years old today. One Johnny Bench.
You know,
the second greatest catcher to ever be.
Yes. And I will tell you, I knew today was his birthday. And if you did not include him, I was going to make you spin the wheel. And here he is, number 3.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm proud of you, Colby. He was a good.
He was a good.
Second best catcher in the history of the major leagues.
And I will also tell you that
behind Yogi Berra.
I had to go to the second page and go to by professions in order to find him. He wasn't on the first page of famous birthdays because they had to have the ASMR chick on there instead.
I can't wait to look her up.
And also this guy was on there over Johnny Bench. Eric Balza. He's 42. You'd probably know him best as the voice of Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy.
That was an underrated show, by the way.
So he's also a voice on Wabbit, which is the updated Looney Tunes, and what else? Uncle Grandpa. So,
that's a weird show.
Yeah, if you're ever high and looking for the perfect cartoon to watch high, watch Uncle Grandpa.
It's so weird.
Swear to God, you're good to go. Turning 48 years old today, one Terrell Owens.
Hey, we just had him in the news. He punched out some dude at the CVS in Los Angeles.
Because that's my quarterback.
God, I hated him as a Cowboy. I hated him. I still hate him. Our buddy George nailed him though at the Star.
Sure did.
September 20th, 2000. Colby, still remember the date.
I enjoyed him while he had a Dallas Cowboys helmet on, because there was some excitement that happened along with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I felt about Dion. But I sort of kept liking Dion after he left the Cowboys. I still can't stand T.O. after he left the Cowboys.
Right. Well, that's the other side of it. Deion Sanders was like my favorite player as a Falcon. Before that, as a Seminole.
Yeah.
I loved watching Deion Sanders play. So when he became a Cowboy, it was almost like the hockey team that I cheered for moved to my city.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what happened, because I was a Minnesota North Stars fan.
Which is weird.
I dug the green uniforms.
Yeah. I always liked their logo.
Right.
I wish they would have kept a lot of that logo. But
so that's who I picked. and then they came to me. It was
Gross.
effing sweet. They didn't. I wasn't even going to say it because then you'll just pull it. Emily Browning is 33.
33. And where would I know her fine work from?
You wouldn't, because you've never seen the wonderful movie that is Sucker Punch.
Never even heard of that movie.
The Zack Snyder directed Sucker Punch. The movie about nothing but the greatest scenes.
We've talked about that movie before. Yeah.
So she's the main character in Sucker Punch.
She's not attractive.
Look up Emily Browning Sucker Punch.
Emily Browning.
And then Google image search that.
Emily Browning
Sucker Punch. Dude, I mean.
Oh, no, see, that's a little better.
Is it the schoolgirl with the samurai swords?
Wait for it, Colby. Oh, shit, where'd it go?
It disappeared.
Wait for it, Colby.
This is a podcast. I shouldn't just. Yes.
Huh.
Yes, indeed. By the way, she fights a gigantic smoky samurai that's like 4 times her size in this scene.
I'm going to go home and watch this tonight.
It is Kick-Ass. And
Kick-Ass was a different movie.
No, this yes, this is true. And Kick-Ass too. But no, this movie was Kick-Ass. And the main place that this movie takes place is in a mental asylum.
Of course it does.
So there you go.
All right.
Songbird ASMR turns 27 years old today. Her actual name is Crystal Cracker, which is funny.
That's awesome.
So
let's see. Because of course, Colby.
Uh-huh.
I am an ASMR aficionado.
You are. So
I literally go to. Oh, she is not attractive.
She is not attractive.
Oh, yeah, I don't watch her channel.
But she is very famous for the ASMR channel.
Is. Gross. There's some gross pictures of her on Google image search.
I thought you were going to look up the YouTube of her or something and just.
Well, these are all stills from her YouTube, is basically what it is.
So she's apparently very good at her ASMR techniques.
Dude, and they call them ASM artists.
Oh.
Dude, that is.
Hold on, shut up. Fuck me. No, they don't.
They do. They refer to themselves as ASM artists. And dude, it is an art form.
That just made me mad.
Why? Why do you care what they call themselves?
That just made me mad.
The play on words?
Yeah.
Made you mad?
Yes.
I'm going to start an ASMR channel.
I will not call you an ASMR.
No, I wouldn't call myself one of those, but I would call myself other things.
Part of the reason why that made me mad is because it's actually not bad.
It's smart, right?
And I didn't come up with it.
There's no other reason that should upset you.
I mean, that's enough because I'm usually pretty quick with that. What do they call them? ASM artists? That should have been in my line right after the bet, but you said it first. And you know what?
Damn it.
Fuck you. Nicholas Hoult turns 32 years old today. You would know him from X-Men. He was another guy that played Beast.
Oh, okay.
So in the new X-Men, not the newest form because it's not out yet, but so
he was Beast before what's his face from Frasier?
No, Frasier was first.
But he was the younger one.
Yeah, he was the younger.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He was the younger Beast. Okay.
So that's that guy. 55 today. C. Thomas Howell.
Dude, he is a good.
The third.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's just no. If your name looks like it needs the third at the end of it, I'm putting it there.
Colby Tillman Sapp the third.
Doesn't sound like it needs it.
So C. Thomas Howell was in one of my favorite 80s movies.
He's in every.
Probably not the one you think I would say. One of my favorite movies, was it The Hitcher or The Hitchhiker? I think it was The Hitcher with Rutger Hauer.
Right.
Dude, that was a sweet, sweet movie. I saw that in the movie theater. It scared the crap out of me.
And it also had Fresh Prince in it.
Did it? I don't remember that.
No, that's The Hitch.
That's Hitch. That was a stupid movie, by the way. He does not deserve to play a superhero.
And it wasn't a superhero Hitch. He was the dating guru.
Oh, what was that one? What was the superhero one?
It was the one with him and what was it called? I wish
You're right. It wasn't Hitch.
Yeah, I wish
that was the one where he was trying to get Kevin Hagelin to date somebody.
It wasn't Kevin Hagelin.
What's his name? Kevin.
It was Paul Blart, the mall cop.
Yeah, Kevin Heffernan. What's
Heffernan?
his real name? Well, Kevin Heffernan was. Oh shit, I don't know. And he's in Grown Ups too. I should know his name.
Kevin something. It's not Kevin Sumlin.
It's not Kevin Hagelin.
Right.
Sorry, Hagee.
By the way, John Moxley is 36. He is your former AEW world champion. So, and that is your good, bad, and the ugly.
Wow. All right. So really, no super duper hot.
Emily Browning is in this list.
She wasn't hot when she wasn't in character.
But she was played one of the dude, you have to watch it to understand her hotness.
I think Jennifer Carpenter is hotter than her.
Jennifer Carpenter is pretty hot. She has a little bit of man face, though.
However, Colby.
Sorry, Jennifer Carpenter.
My good.
But you kind of do.
My good, Colby, is one Johnny Bench.
All right.
Hall of Famer. Big Red Machine. Him, Joe Morgan, and Pete Rose were unstoppable.
Right.
On that Big Red Machine.
Oh, shit on a brick.
I don't want to.
Turning 65 today. I can't believe I skipped over him. One Larry Bird.
Wow.
Woo.
Colby.
What are those?
Huh. All right. Well, that's going to make my list.
Yeah. Figured it would.
But it doesn't change the good.
Oh.
Because my good is still Johnny Bench.
Right.
My bad, Colby, I have to go with T.O.
Okay.
It's my bad.
Mm-hmm.
And now, thanks to your recent addition to the list, Larry Bird is my ugly. He's not a handsome man, Colby.
You know, really and truly, you could have went with either Bird or Bench on that one. You could have just traded them because they're both not.
Oh, well, Bench is a better looking dude than Bird.
Go look him up now.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Just saying.
You're right.
Just saying. So my good on this list is just because she's in the wonderful movie Sucker Punch. Even though, again, the movie makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but it's still one of my favorites. And I still don't know what the ending means.
Which movie?
Sucker Punch.
Oh, the Sucker Punch one. Oh, but you want me to watch it and figure it out for you?
No. You're not figuring it out.
What if I do?
I swear to God, if you think you do, after all the questions you've asked me about stupid shit throughout your entire life, or our entire knowing of each other, yeah. I'm going to give up.
I'm intelligent, Colby.
I'm going to give up. I'm just going to go find me a new job, and this will be the new thing I say every day.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Or welcome to Walmart.
Right. So Emily Browning is my good. My bad is one Songbird ASMR because it's an ASMR channel and it's supposedly the most popular one, yet Tim doesn't know about you.
I'm going to look it up tonight.
So
you know what? I'll give you my report in the morning.
And my ugly is going to go. I'm not giving Larry a double ugly, so we'll go with Johnny Bench. He's also ugly, and that's your good, bad, and the ugly. By the way, if you have your good and bad and the ugly that you wanted to put on there, you can tweet them at us, or you can, I don't know, write them down on a piece of paper and put it in a bottle and throw it in a random lake. Maybe we'll find it later.
Or you can come up to the studio. We'll give you the address, and you can slip it in the mail slot of our door because we have one of those old-fashioned mail slots in the door.
Right, come put it in our slot.
Yeah, put your thing in our slot and we'll make you famous.
Nope.
I mean, or if you just want to have a shout out on Good, Bad, and the Ugly,
right?
Let us know when your birthday is, and we'll probably ask you about your mom.
Mm-hmm. Or at least just put you on the list. May not.
I didn't think about that.
Care to ask you about your mom? So,
I like turtles.
What's your name?
What is your name? Tony.
Tony.
Fuck you, Tony. What's your name? Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, you know what I did last night? You better not bring my mother into this. You know what I did? You better not.
I built that fire over there.
Oh.
And I fucked your mother next to it.
Fuck you, Ezekiel. Fuck you. Fuck you.
What's your name?
Gets me every time.
Love that.
Colby, let's talk about World Cup soccer.
What?
I'm going to talk about World Cup soccer for a minute, but probably, I had a request for a drop here via text message. Hang on.
My name is Jeff.
There. I'll give you one guess who that was.
What's up, Gerb?
Jeff.
World Cup soccer. Now, I wasn't aware of this because I don't give two flips about World Cup soccer or soccer of any other form. I don't care how old your kid is. He's not cute playing soccer, okay? They all look stupid.
I pretend like I'm really interested until USA's out of it, so I don't have to pretend anymore.
I know you do. You're good at pretending.
Mhm.
You're good at faking things.
Yep.
As I've heard. So apparently they have all these little side things with World Cup soccer events.
You think what? It's a whole ordeal for the World Cup to happen?
I guess.
Yes, because it is.
I don't know. Like, how many people died building that stadium out there in that Qatar? Like 600 people died.
That's right.
Building one stadium that they're going to play in one time.
Mm-hmm.
Hope it was worth it, soccer fans. You killed those people. If you
Oh.
like soccer, you killed those people. You had something to do with that. Hope they realize that.
They chose to go out there and work.
They needed the money. Have you ever been to Qatar?
Nope.
Me neither.
Okay.
So one of the side gigs that they have out there,
Side Gibb.
one of those side Gibbs, that's the youngest Gibb brother.
Yep.
Colby, is a camel pageant.
Where
And it's the most famous of what's called the World Cup sideline attractions this year.
the Camel Pageant.
We have some visuals here. If you're watching our YouTube channel, you'll see some visuals of the Camel Pageant from Qatar. If you're not watching the YouTube channel and you're listening to the recorded podcast at a later date,
We just showed a random picture of a bunch of people on camels.
go watch the YouTube channel because it's freaking funny. So yeah, this is apparently something that happens. Think Westminster Dog Show crossed with the Miss America pageant, but with camels.
Man, I saw on the run sheet Camel Pageant, and I honestly thought I didn't even see World Cup at the other side of it, and I thought you'd found a camel toe pageant where everybody just stared at women's tacos.
No, because that would have been a camel toe pageant.
My brain just put toe in there.
Your brain's deceiving you.
Damn it.
Although now I want to go look up camel toe pageants.
Yeah. I'd rather be there right now.
So, Colby, this year's winner is a camel named Naza'a.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I had to do one of those speech to text, look up name things to say Naza'a. I thought that was a Klingon name.
No.
Apparently it's Qatarian. If sounds like Star Trek too, right?
It really does. We landed on the planet of Qatarians.
So Naza'a is a majestic light-haired creature that overcame several preliminary rounds and hundreds of other camels to win the pageant at Qatar Camel Maison Club on Friday.
There's a club?
Yeah.
There's a camel club.
And there she is with the winning owner.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're going to be like, man, that's a good looking camel. I'm not going to lie.
Right? I mean, kind of majestic looking. And I never thought that about a camel before.
I always thought the camels with two humps looked better, but the one hump camel actually looks pretty good right there.
I mean, that one does. I mean, I've had worse.
Yes. You have had worse sexual encounters with actual female women that look worse than that.
With a human.
That fucking camel right
with
there.
With a human.
Yes.
So also they dress these things up. I don't know if you can't really see it in that picture there. Where is my picture? I have a picture of the bejeweled collar somewhere. I have to go find it. It didn't make the rounds when I transferred them over. Yeah, a bejeweled collar. Almost like you would your dog, like in a dog show. So they treat this thing just like a dog show.
Right.
Which I also don't understand.
I understand the dog show.
I mean, I love dogs. I don't understand the dog show, though. Like, how do you win?
Because judges judge that dog's better than the other dogs. By the way,
it seems racist.
Milan wants to know if they have the camel spitting contest. Of course. See,
Now that would have been great.
That would have been
We needed
awesome.
video of this, didn't we?
We really did. Or just the video of Conan the Barbarian knocking out that camel. Here's the video of the contest, and it's just Swartz taking it to a fucking camel right in his face.
So this is justified by the Qatarian people as the winner of the camel contest. The owner of Naza'a says, "This is our culture. This is from a long time ago, from our fathers and grandfathers. Today is a competition, a beauty competition. We like these camels. We give them names. They're like family, Colby."
Man, I can understand it. You know, the reason why I can understand it is because it's like people that are horse owners.
Yeah.
They've got their favorite horse and they go treat it. And, there's a bond with actually riding the horse and such like that. And of course, us with our dogs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so if there's an animal that you get to bond with, I actually don't know how long camels live, but I would imagine it's a pretty healthy long time.
You would think, yeah.
So with that being said, they get attached to the animal. You start to notice the animal's behaviors and what to do and how to do. I mean, yeah, man.
40 to 50 years is a camel's lifespan.
So these people can literally know these camels all their lives and grow up with them. Yeah. I can totally see the attachment.
So the main attraction of this thing, and there's the dudes partying afterwards as they drink.
Looks like a party.
They were drinking. It looks like a toga party I went to in high school.
It does. Their togas fit better than the ones that most of them were just ready to come off every time I went to a toga party. It's like, oh, my pen fell out. Well, there's boobs.
Visitors were greeted by a camel jingle, welcome to the camel competition in Qatarian, and served karak, which is a spiced tea with milk.
Is it camel milk?
Ooh.
Or chamomile?
Wow. Huh.
I'm sorry.
Huh.
I'm sorry to everybody that heard that.
Owners and their family sat in an air-conditioned luxury tent. Of course, it's a tent. They're in the desert, right?
Right.
With red velvet chairs and a glass wall to watch the competition. So that's what we see in the picture here. I guess that's like a luxury suite.
I mean, that's amazing.
Pretty nice tent, right? With the chandeliers.
I mean, I don't know. Of course, I wouldn't know what I would be looking for in a camel pageant, but I'm sure they're having a great time.
The main attraction were purebred female camels. Competitors make several passes in front of a stand of fans that cheer for their favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. There's also a milking competition.
Get it!
With the prize going to the camel that produces the most milk. Do you think that was a female camel or a male camel?
I'm going to go with that's a female camel thing. I don't think that one guy over there that's vigorously trying to milk that male camel is in for a surprise.
The camel sure is smiling right now.
Yeah. Man, was it? Camel's leg keeps shaking. That's weird. Here's the one thing that's always been, not just that, but here's one thing that's always been unsettling for me is watching. Have you ever seen just a regular milking competition?
Yeah.
Where they're just scrubbing on the cow tit so hard and just holding it just right, and it's just like spitting out milk. I'm like, man, that just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right.
It never does.
So I can't imagine now also seeing an animal that I've never seen milk before and somebody speedily grabbing a hold of camel nipples.
I wonder how big a camel nipple is.
I don't know, but
I think they're bigger than my nipples.
Mark, what I just got through saying as a drop to be used later.
Mark Colby.
Yeah, no, it needs to be because I just said something about throbbing camel nipples or something. And there you go. I did that.
I've had worse. God, that would never stop. You had to turn it off, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to turn. Well, I mean, it's set to stun.
Set for stun. The prize money, Colby, the winner, runner-up, and third-place camels all received trophies. Naza'a's owners earned 200,000 Qatari riyals, the equivalent of $55,000.
That's a good bit of change.
The camel that produces the most milk wins 15,000 riyal, which I don't know what the exchange rate is for 15,000.
Well, that's,
still
sounds like it's a good bit of money.
And I will tell you right now, after reading this story for the very first time on the air just now, as this is one of those things where I just saw the headline and I'm like, and then pulled pictures. I'm like, oh yeah, we have to talk about this. Mainly because it's a World Cup sideline attraction. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cared.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, without a shadow of a doubt in my brain, this is the most exciting thing that happened during the World Cup.
I'm going to go ahead and dispute that because I was able to fake enjoy quite a bit of soccer.
But you fake enjoyed it.
Oh, no, that fake enjoyment's when you turn it on just because everybody's talking about it, and the midway through it, you're like, I'm actually watching this to watch it.
No, you accidentally watched it is what you did.
But then accidentally enjoyed what I was watching, so.
Gross. How many goals were scored while you were watching?
I think only one the whole time I was watching.
Did you see them score the goal, or did you fall asleep and look up when somebody was going, goal?
No, I actually saw it. I didn't do what my dad used to do when watching NASCAR. He would watch NASCAR every Sunday. He would fall asleep within the first 5 laps, and he would wake up every single time it was last lap.
I had it timed perfectly.
Yes, and it could have been a variation of times because of
Right.
wrecks and everything else, but man, last lap was coming up, and he would just be like the Undertaker on the couch and just be like, go get him, Jeff Gordon!
Was he a Jeff Gordon fan?
Of course he is a Jeff Gordon
Was
fan.
he really?
Yes.
Jeff Gordon's a punk.
He loved Jeff. You know why he loved Jeff Gordon? Because everybody else didn't like Jeff Gordon.
Oh, really? I thought he was popular.
I mean, as far as like the grizzled old men,
Yeah.
nobody that
Because he was a young pup coming up. Yeah.
So because of all my dad's like friends that he had talked to would hate, he's like, you know what? There's no reason to hate that guy.
I like that dude.
That dude's pretty cool. If all these stupid dudes don't like him, that makes him even better.
Did your dad like Earnhardt?
Wasn't as big of a fan of Earnhardt.
I mean, your dad get along great then because couldn't stand Dale Earnhardt. Still can't. I'm okay with Junior.
Because he sold me that bucket of chicken that one time. That was pretty
I
cool.
think you should take us to break before we get in trouble.
All right. Why would we get in trouble? Coming up next.
Pissing off NASCAR fans, dude.
It's true. Well, you were pissing off soccer fans.
Weak.
They're the whole world. It's the whole world.
The whole world is weak.
Now you're worried about me pissing off NASCAR fans. Coming up next, we have the most watched YouTube videos ever. We got our picks against the spread with One Big Red. And I've got news and notes coming up that's going to, well, it's just going to be funny, stupid stuff that I found on the internet, as news and notes always is. And that's coming up next on the Drunk Sports Podcast.
Substantial penalty for early withdrawal.
The Drunk Sports Podcast.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs with private selection gourmet potatoes or cave-aged Murray's cheese and fresh baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
You know a spot, but not just a spot, the spot. Actually, with the all-new Nissan Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots? Being able to reach them in the first place. Your spot is out there. Find your Frontier in the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier with standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281 pound-foot of torque.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season with 20 to 65% off furniture and mattresses during our after Christmas sale. Relax on the new Rachel Ray Chelsea Queen bed, now $579. And get comfy with the whole fam on the Radley 5-piece sectional, $1,999. Plus, get a free adjustable base or box spring with a qualifying mattress purchase of $599 or more. Now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
So it's the holiday season and we're headed into the new year and we need to have some fun. I got you covered. Best Fiends is the perfect pick-me-up when you need a break from the holiday action or you want to just have some fun. With Best Fiends, you get unique gameplay. Best Fiends has it all. It's an amazing storyline, collectible fiends, and tons of puzzles. It's quite possibly the best puzzle game out there. No Wi-Fi, no problem. You play Best Fiends wherever and whenever you want with the offline mode, So if your holiday travels take you off the beaten path, you can still play Best Fiends. It's always challenging. The game is literally thousands of levels with more added all the time. So there's always a fresh challenge waiting for you when you need a mental pick-me-up. And I am all for games that you can play online and offline because you can take them anywhere. You can download Best Fiends free today at the App Store or Google Play. That's Best Fiends. It's basically friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Attention business owners. Frontier Fiber for Business has 30 times faster upload speeds than cable.
Wow, that could make my day-to-day 30 times smoother.
Yep.
Give me 30 times fewer headaches due to slow, spotty internet.
Definitely.
And leave me 30 times freer to crush the competition.
Crush away, friend. Do what cable can't with 30 times faster upload speeds. Get our 300 meg fiber internet for just $49.99 per month. Now with over $800 in free benefits like a digital phone line and device security. Visit fiberopticbusiness.com for complete offer details. Limited time offer. Services subject to availability and all applicable terms and conditions.
Shop Mattress Firm's year-end sale and put an end to junk sleep. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $4.99 value. Or shop top-selling brands and get up to 50% off select mattresses, like Sealy twin mattresses starting at $224.99 or Serta twin mattresses at $349.99. And shop with confidence thanks to our low price guarantee. Only at Mattress Firm. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Denton Dodge. Save over $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Dodge Durango. And every vehicle is backed by our true transparency pricing. Relax and enjoy the difference. Visit us at 4984 South, I-35 East, and online at DentonDodge.com. Stock number MC 815-215. MSRP $56,482. Includes $1,000 bonus cash, $1,450 national retail consumer cash, $750 Chrysler cash, and $22.92 dealer discount. Tax, title, and license fees excluded. Unapproved credit expires 1/3/2022.
Nerds! Dreaming of a change of pace? Let NerdWallet help you compare your way from here to there. Compare investing accounts to expand your portfolio and your horizons. Then, use NerdWallet to compare mortgage rates for a home with peace and quiet built in. Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet. NerdWallet Compare Inc. NMLS 1617539. NerdWallet is not an investment advisor nor an investment broker. Information is for educational purposes only.
With bills to pay and debt piling up, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Personal loans through NetCredit can provide funding up to $10,000 to help you get back on track financially if eligible. Our secure application process allows you to customize the terms that work for you and your budget. So check your eligibility today without affecting your credit score and help get your finances back on track. NetCredit, a more personal loan. All NetCredit loans and lines of credit are offered by a member of the NetCredit family of companies or one of our lending partners. Visit netcredit.com/partners for more information.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Cover Story, a new investigative podcast by New York Magazine that's got a lot of people on edge.
What is the number one rule? We would all go, don't your clients.
It's a gnarly personal look at the underground psychedelic therapy world and its boundary problems.
All my clients try to have sex with me during these sessions. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to try to have sex with you. And he's like, yeah, you will.
Cover Story, Season 1. Power Trip. Check it out on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen.
If you're watching football with your friends, you need two things, a TV and some Tostitos. End of list. No get-together is official until some Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the NFL, get served. Maybe you're hosting the game. Maybe you need something to snack on while listening to us. Doesn't matter the occasion. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would say the odds are that you have a bag of Tostitos and some salsa in your kitchen right this second. Plus, they've got a flavor for everyone. Hint of lime for folks who love a bit of zest. Habanero if you're kicking things up a notch. Hint of guacamole to make your guacamole taste even guacier. Fans can get in the game with a custom recipe for their favorite team at Tostitos.com/recipes. Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the NFL.
Welcome back to the Drunk Sports Podcast, live from the DSP Media Studios in North Dallas. I am IndyCar Tim, joined alongside Colby, Sapp, as I am most Mondays and Wednesdays.
What's up?
Why is there crickets?
I don't know.
Wow, are we boring everyone that much that the crickets are coming out of the walls?
I mean, maybe.
Oh, I didn't like our camel segment, Colby.
And you know what? One person did. They commented. So.
Oh, yeah? Who was that?
That's the same person we put up on the screen.
Oh, the one guy that was watching at that point?
Yeah.
Oh, Milan Silva.
That's correct. Probably.
Probably. Sorry if I butchered your name, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you tuning in, though. We do this every Monday and every Wednesday, 7 to 9 Central Time. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and then on your favorite podcast app the next day to listen to all of our former episodes. Maybe some changes coming in the wind there, right? Schedule-wise and
well, you know what?
Name-wise?
Maybe.
As we threw it out there last week, we are going to change the name of the show for some maybe not so obvious reasons that we don't have to get into.
Well, you know what? The idea that behind it is that the Drunk Sports Podcast itself was it was you and Lance, and it was me, you and Lance, and then it's whoever's in this room can form the Drunk Sports Podcast. But
it's a state of mind.
But for our show, it's really you and me.
Yeah.
Doing this thing. So we really needed our show, and then when we form the group together, we can be the Drunk Sports Podcast once again. Like the Justice League.
Yeah.
So
we'll be fighting crime by ourselves under the new name.
Correct.
And then when other people join us to fight crime, we'll become the Justice League again.
That's right. Or the Drunk Sports Podcast.
Oh, yeah. They're equal, right?
So we will probably put a list of names out that you can choose from that we've probably already picked the one we're going to use.
But you don't know that.
You don't know that. So it makes it cool, right?
And it could be a play on our names. We've got some funky names.
That's right.
It is what it is. But, more on that coming up. Like I said, we're going to have a schedule change probably coming up in the next month or so.
Right.
But we'll always be here for you guys, either live or on your favorite podcast app and at dspmediaonline.com.
The schedule change, by the way, would just mean you get more.
Yeah, for sure.
So congratulations to those that want it.
Congratulations to those that don't, because you just don't know that you want it.
That's right.
That's where we're at right now. Colby, let's get into normally we do our Drunk Sports Top 10. I didn't really want to label this as the Drunk Sports Top 10.
Okay.
I almost didn't even want to do this list because it makes me angry. Because I went down this rabbit hole one day on YouTube. Like, I wonder what the most watched YouTube videos are. Because I'm fairly new to the YouTube thing.
Okay, right.
And I still think like 100,000 views on a video is amazing. Like, I don't understand how many people watch that video. And we've got a couple of videos on our channel, or by the way, our brand new channel, because we had to start over less than a month ago, about 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, thanks a lot, YouTube.
Yeah, and dude, we've got a video that's hit 30,000 today that just went out today. It's a short. And then I had a TO video that hit 20,000 that's not a short. So I'm thinking, man, that's pretty impressive for us, our little, thriving channel here that we have.
Especially since it's just now it's like November is when we started it. So.
Yeah, November 21st was the first video that I posted on the new channel. So we're new here. And we're already getting over 100,000 views projected a month. And that'll go up before we have our first month anniversary on the new channel. But anyway, I'm like, and my kids are telling me, because they watch the gamers,
oh yeah,
about YouTube. Their dad, there's videos that get like 1 billion views. I'm like, there is no way there are channels that get 1 billion views.
I mean, during the show prep, I was watching Tim the Tat Man watch Dr. Disrespect play golf. Tim was watching Disrespect play. It wasn't Tim playing. Tim was watching somebody else playing, and while they were commenting on how they were playing, and then Tim was commenting on how he was, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. So,
see, and I make fun of my kids for watching people play video games on YouTube.
Primarily what I do. I don't have enough time to actually sit down and play a lot of the video games, but I can sure watch people play it.
Well, and you know what? My kids are pretty smart, because I chastise them. I'm like, why are you? And that's what they do. Dude, my kids don't watch TV shows.
Right.
All they want to do is turn on YouTube
and
watch a guy playing a video game.
Right.
or talk about a video game or review a video game. And then they asked me, like, Dad, what was the world like before video games? I'm like, it was awesome.
No, it really
We had to play outside.
Really
We made our own video games. And it's funny because I'm like, how do you get enjoyment out of watching a dude play another video? Like, you're not even playing it. He's like, and then my 16-year-old was like, or I'm sorry, my youngest, my 12-year-old, Parker. Well, Dad, all you do is sit around and watch people play other sports on TV.
That's right.
And I'm like, that's completely different. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, maybe it's not that much different.
It's really not.
I mean, I didn't tell him that, but
It's really not.
So I was like, I got to go look up like the most watched videos on YouTube. And I found one article. I don't even know how old it may not even be current, but I don't do a lot of research, Colby. You know this.
Right. Finds one article. It's like, we're going with it. This is it. The end all be all. Let's go.
And I will tell you right now, apparently children rule YouTube watch hours.
Oh, you don't think?
Because out of 10, there's, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, like half of these are like toddler channels.
Right.
It's ridiculous. And, you know, and then there's music, of course. There's 2 people on here that I've ever heard of, like music-wise. And then one that I've never heard of, which maybe that's more an indictment on me.
It probably is.
So, Colby.
Let's hear the list.
With 4.6 billion views
at
number 10. And I'm only aware of this channel, this media outlet, because I see their TV channel on YouTube TV. Like there's a channel of them on my YouTube TV.
Right.
Coco Melon. You heard of this?
I have not heard of Coco Melon.
And we're not going to play the videos because then we just get shut down again.
Right.
But Coco Melon's a kids channel. Okay. And apparently this is their version of the nursery rhyme. The wheels on the bus go round and round. 4.6 billion views, Colby.
Man, that time spent viewing check's got to be pretty good, right?
I mean, right? Like, how much money did that make?
Quite a bit.
And then
still is, by the way.
I guess so.
Because that's an evergreen content.
Right. And people will continue to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at number 9, another kids thing, but it's a Russian, Miroshka TV. And all I see is that the thumbnail is just, it's a farmhouse, digitized farmhouse, fake, computerized grass with 6 dancing eggs with eyes and a mouth. The name of the video is Learning Colors, Colorful Eggs on a Farm. 4.7 billion views.
We got to make some of these, right?
Maybe we should just get into doing a kids podcast. How do you think that would go over?
I don't know. I don't know if I can control my language enough to be a kid's. I mean, I can do it enough to be on radio, but I mean, crap, dude.
Miroshka TV, 4.7 billion views. And now we get into some adult content. I don't mean adult like porn content, unfortunately.
Because there's not a whole lot of that on YouTube.
Man, there should. You know what? I will tell you this.
Oh, there's ways to get around it, and there's things to look up.
But... Well, I will tell you this, just based on my history searching for ASMR stuff.
Yeah.
I came across this chick, and she's an legit ASMR channel. But the titles are very adult, sort of tongue-in-cheek. And you got to kind of get into ASMR to know how they title the videos so that it's pertinent to like searches. So people that are searching. Well, apparently this chick does all of her videos so that people searching for porn will find her YouTube channel. And instead of being one of these ASMR things where she's doing the, whatever with the, in the camera with the noises and blah, 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 she does like pornographic scenarios, but it's just her in the video. So the first one I came across is the thumbnail's like her sitting in the car, like in the passenger seat, looking at the driver's seat. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I literally, the title was something to the effect like, making my stepdaddy happy or something like that. And I'm like, what? There's no porn on YouTube. So legit, dude, it's like a 20-minute video and like 5 minutes is her talking to the fake person in the driver's seat where the camera is, calling him daddy and I need this and for school and, blah, blah, just like a porn. And then she pretend goes down on him. And all you see for 15 minutes of the video is her making noises
with an invisible man.
And you see her in the picture, the back of her head bobbing up and down. I'm like, how is this on YouTube? And it's got like 1 million views.
Of course it does.
And there's not another person there. It's not real. Who watches that?
You did.
I had to see what it was. By the way, I was pissed. It's like, this is not real porn. I'm out.
You're on.
But that crap is out there, man. And it's called...
More than, all the millions of people that have watched it probably ended up in the same spot you did. Well, that's not what I thought it was.
Now I got to go find real porn.
Yeah. I watched that for 5 minutes, fired off around.
No, I didn't, because I need the real thing. So Colby, number 8. Most watched video on YouTube of all time that's not porn. And I've heard of this song. I don't know that I know it, but I've heard it. Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars.
Yes.
4.7 billion views. Is that song really that popular?
It was really that popular. And it's one of those that would catch in your head. Now, if you anywhere close to think that you like that song, you do need to check out Frog Leap Studios' version of Uptown Funk. That's amazing because it's Leo, and I don't know how to say his last name, but Frog Leap Studios Uptown Funk. Because he does metal versions of songs.
Oh, sweet.
And he plays the drums, he plays the guitar, he plays the bass, he plays every instrument. He mixes it all himself, and then he puts out the video. And it's that's it'll get you. Uptown.
So Bruno Mars is the fake Michael Jackson dude, right?
Yes.
He sounds like Michael Jackson. He can dance like Michael Jackson. He's just a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Well, I mean, talented, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you. Number 7, Colby, with 5 billion views, we have phonics songs with 2 words by Choo Choo TV. A is for Apple.
Oh, my God.
A is for Apple is the title of the song, Colby, or the video, Colby. 5 billion views at number 7.
We need to just put out a video that says, we teach your kids while you do other things.
While you do drugs.
Yeah, or whatever.
While you get drunk.
Yeah.
We will babysit via YouTube.
Man, how many views would that get?
I don't know. Let's try it.
We should.
Number 6. See You Again by Wiz Khalifa featuring Charlie Puth. I don't know who that is.
I know Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, I've heard of him. He was on a commercial I saw once. 5.7 billion views. But it's a song. I get it. It's right. Apparently it's from one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Right.
It's on the soundtrack, apparently. So I get it. It's a video for a song that's popular. Number 5, back to Coco Melon Nursery Rhymes.
Again?
With 5.8 billion views.
They got 2?
Bath Song. It's a song about a kid playing in the bathtub, Colby, and it's 5.8 billion views.
There's too many kids in this tub.
Coco.
There's too many elbows to rub.
See, you need to do a video of that.
I just watched a behind that I'm sure wasn't mine. There's too many kids in this tub.
I have the feeling you didn't just write that off the top of your head.
No, it's the only poem I remember from elementary school.
Seems inappropriate for elementary school.
That's where I read it at. Elementary was different back then.
Coco, yeah, it was. Should have been there in the 70s. It was great. My first kiss was on the playground in 1st grade. That's how different it was.
I got told I shouldn't pee on the particular tree in the back in the playground in 1st grade.
I got told I shouldn't piss on my classmates. So Coco Melon has 2 of these songs, or 2 of these videos in the top 10 most watched ever.
God, we need
with 4.6 billion views at number 10 on The Wheels in the Bus Go Round and Round. And then Bath Song is 5.8 billion views. It's a lot of billions.
I mean, it is.
This one kind of blew my mind. I had no idea this dude was this popular, and I don't remember the song at all, but I've heard of the dude. With 5.8 billion views at number 4, Ed Sheeran, Shape of You.
Yeah, no, that's like
Which song is that?
Most popular, slow, the ugliest redhead to ever exist, grab a guitar.
Yeah, he's not pretty, is he?
And yeah.
Although I did enjoy his work in that movie Yesterday. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Dude, that is good. And he's in it. He plays himself. It's really good.
I did see Bring Me the Horizon jump on with Ed Sheeran in concert and do it. Yeah, and that was amazing.
Like, he's a tremendous guitar player. I've seen videos of just him using loop pedals and stuff, and
Right.
he can play. I just don't know that I like his music. At number 3, Johnny Yes Papa by Lulu Kids.
God,
6.5 billion views, Colby.
that's it. We got to do stupid crap because I mean,
Johnny Yes Papa turns the familiar Twinkle Twinkle Little Star melody into a tale of family lies and sugar abuse.
because it does.
Naturally, it was destined for a meme treatment, which you got plenty of across Twitter and throughout YouTube. Billion Surprise Toys, an Indian YouTube channel, went for total. Whatever. There was a lot of words in that.
There was.
Okay, and here's one I don't get. 8.01 billion views. I've never heard of this. Apparently, it's a Spanish singer. Despacito by Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, that is.
You know that?
Yeah. Actually, let me point back to Frog Leap Studios once again.
All right.
If you would like to hear that song, but a better version of it, go check out Frog Leap. He also metalized that one.
And Colby, number 1, all-time watched video on YouTube. We got a lot of comments over here.
Yeah, it's
all him. Lance, what are you doing? You let yourself in, you just got to hit the freaking button.
Well, I didn't want to screw it up.
You know how to do that.
I know that. I have all the pretty numbers and pictures that you have to split us up right.
So the number 1 with 11.74 billion views by Pink Fong.
What?
Baby Shark Dance.
Of course it is.
Which I remember, I guess, when that came out, and I hated it.
Of course it is. Dear sweet God.
Why, Colby, why isn't one of our videos on here?
Because we don't cater to kids or do popular music.
So we're going to start a DSP Media / FanStream Sports channel
for
catered to kids.
Right.
We're doing it, man.
Run.
We're going to do it. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense of the world.
Man, I'm telling you, once we all get back together and start doing reaction videos on stupid stuff, we'll move up the views on our stuff.
All right. We got to do that tonight after the show.
Okay.
I want to react to that list.
Wait.
All right. Well, it's time to get back to a little bit of sports.
Well, when life gives you lemons.
By the way, before we get into sports, Big Red, did you hear? Oh, we got to play this for Big Red. I forgot I had it on there. Hey, we're joining the show now. We'll go and give him a formal introduction.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Big Red Lance Dorset is here. Hello, Big Red.
What's up, boys? How y'all?
Big Red.
He's a ginger. He's a ginger.
And I did
And
hear
has
y'all,
no soul.
I did hear y'all talking about gingers earlier, and just thank God I'm not the ugliest ginger to ever live.
That chick was pretty ugly.
No, well,
What was that
no,
when
it
you were
wasn't
talking
a
about
chick,
Ed
it was Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a dude. Yeah, he's pretty ugly.
So before we get into the picks, I've got a bone to pick with one Tim, IndyCar Tim Ham.
What I do now?
Tim, will you please stop trying to screw Lance over by picking out the wrong scores and shit, man.
By picking the wrong lines on the picks?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Stop attacking Lance with the lines. Damn it.
I know.
Not
I'm
where I
sorry.
was at.
The only way I can win is to cheat. I don't know what he thinks I do over here.
Set your own lines. Apparently, you and Colby are running your own sports book, and I can't even be part of it.
No, man. It's where it's not. It's doesn't. I mean, okay, for me, it doesn't matter what he puts down on there as long as we're all playing by the same numbers, right?
No, I wasn't complaining about it. I just was wondering why.
Hey, why are you taking offense to this? I was getting on Tim for trying to fuck you over.
I'm the one cheating.
Damn it.
I mean, technically, I could just make up whatever number I want, right? And it would be okay because we're all using the same number.
No, you can't do that. You got to find the right book and the right thing. Damn it.
Just a big cheater. That's what I get.
Oh,
So,
hey, there's your cheat signal.
Sir, did you just fartgasm?
Is baseball still America's pastime?
No.
Of course it is. That's ridiculous.
You're stupid.
So let's review week 13 picks. Oh, we got to do the intro. I forgot.
Oh, let's not do that.
We have to do the intro.
And now it's time to pick 'em with us, the Drunk Sports Podcast, in our NFL picks against the spread.
Boys, coming off a great week in week 13. Where Big Red saw 2 points.
Oh,
Shit
dear.
the bed.
As Big Red got 2 points for Cowboys and Colts, picking the Cowboys in the over. He got blanked on Bills Patriots, blanked on Saints Bucks, blanked on Commanders Giants, and blanked on Titans Eagles.
And like 3 of those were by the hook.
By like a hat, yeah. Colby?
Yeah.
5 points.
Oh, not bad.
Big Red was in the lead with 53. He now has 55. Colby and me were tied at 52. Colby now has 57. And that puts a new leader in the clubhouse, boys, because I got 7 out of 10 points.
Oh, well, look at you go.
Well, that's because I cheat.
Right.
I was just making up lines as I go.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clearly. So Tim in the clubhouse with the lead at 59 points. So, boys, I was almost choked on my own spit.
Good for you.
I'm not a swallower usually.
I'm rooting for your spit.
I'm rooting for the swallow.
Kill him.
We always pick the 3 primetime games, a Cowboys game and a random NFC East game, and that's exactly where we're at this week. As to start things off on Thursday Night Football, it's going to be a great one. This could be one for the ages, maybe the game of the century.
Oh, dear. I feel like this is an oversell.
As we have the 5-7 Raiders at the 3-9 Rams, with the Raiders favored by 4.5 with a 44.5 point total. And since I'm in the lead, that means Lance goes first. I'm just kidding. I'm in the lead, so I'll take the honors. I'll tee off first. I am teeing off from the ladies' tees, though, just so y'all know.
Okay.
I am taking the Raiders and the 4.5 points. And I'm also taking the under. Colby.
Give me, good God Almighty. Give me the Rams to cover. I think the Raiders win, but I think they only win by a field goal. And
So, okay.
So it's the Raiders 4.5, right?
Yeah.
So wait. So I'm right then. What I just said, or is that wrong?
You're taking the Rams for the win.
I'm taking the Raiders are going to win, but only by 3 points.
Okay, so you want the Rams?
Yes.
Yeah.
What I just said. I think that
I wasn't disputing it.
You want the Rams and the points.
All right.
And then over or under?
You know what? Give me the under, just because fuck you. I got perturbed.
Jason Starkey commented, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win. Well, don't tell Big Red that. He doesn't know what we do down here in Texas.
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
Big Red, what about you?
Well, I got a couple of talking points here. So as far as the spread goes, the majority of the bets at 74%, and most of the money at 91% is on the Raiders. But what little money is going to the Rams is sharp money. So
you're getting way too technical for us over here.
79%, and the money 73% is on the over. Well, I can cut all this shit out.
I'm about to pull his
Give me the
mic
Raiders in
down.
the under. I'll just shut up and give you my picks.
I don't know what any of that means. 79% what? 91% what?
79% of your mom.
How's your mom, Big Red?
What's
Okay. Raiders in the under.
He did homework, and you just chastised him for homework.
No, I didn't. I just didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, you don't normally know what people are talking about.
Really don't.
You usually go along with it.
All right. You know what? He can explain every game the rest of the way. 8-4 Dolphins at the 6-6 Chargers. Dolphins favored by 1.5 with a 51.5 point total. Here, I'll give you my explanation on this, Big Red. I don't think the Dolphins play well on the West Coast, especially in a night game on Sunday night when there's not a full moon and the bay is at low tide.
Okay.
In Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially against a team that's at 500 on the season in week 14.
Right.
So I'm taking the Chargers. I've got the Chargers.
Okay.
And at 51.5,
and
I've got the under. I think the Dolphins lose.
Okay. My pick is going to be give me the Dolphins, and 51.5 giving me the over. I think both these teams are pretty good scoring teams.
All right.
Well, if anybody cares, the Dolphins opened at a 5.5 point dog, and now they're a 1.5 favorite. Just in case anybody cares, the Pro Line predicts this as a 0.5 point Dolphin favorite, and give me the Chargers in the over.
Are you just copying me, but writing and having pretty words about it?
No, you said Miami in the over.
Okay.
6-6 Patriots on Monday Night Football at the 4-8 Cardinals. Another game of the century. Cardinals favored by 1.5 with a 44.5 point total. I will never pick the Cardinals in another game this year. Not that I picked them, I don't think a lot anyway, but I won't because this is a team that is about to be blown to bits in the offseason.
Uh-huh.
They're going to have a new head coach. They may have an entire new coaching staff. They may have an entirely new front office. Their quarterback's going to be relegated to they're probably going to trade him to hey, there's your Arlington Renegades quarterback right there. Kyler Murray.
Hey, Tim, he knows how to get down there.
We saw him in the tunnel, didn't we?
We've seen him in the bowels of Arlington Stadium.
I mean, that was a funny. I thought, and what did I say? I said, dude, that's not Kyler Murray. That dude's like an 8th grader.
Yeah, you actually argued with me about it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, there's no way. And then I saw him walking back and I saw his face.
It wasn't the last argument you lost that day.
I didn't lose any arguments that day.
You lost one with the coach.
Yeah, that's on record. The 6-6 Patriots at the 4-8 Cardinals. Cardinals 1.5 favorites, 44.5. I've got the Patriots.
Uh-huh.
And I've got the under.
Well, shut up. Stop stealing my picks because that's what I picked.
Patriots.
And the under.
And the under. Big Red, what's your analysis of the situation?
Well, I mean, if anybody cares, the betting percentage at 75% and the money at 64% are all leaning to the Pats. But the sharps are on the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals in the under.
All right, then.
See, you're using big words that I don't think anyone understands.
Well, in case you haven't followed along on what he's doing, he's basically telling you where the money's at and then where the big-time gamblers are going with it, and the big-time gamblers is what he's following.
Okay, but why?
Because this is his system, and he's explaining it to you if you would fucking listen to it.
How is that relevant to what we're doing?
It's what he's picking. It's what he's doing. He's explaining it to you.
Lance, Colby's yelling in a room all by himself.
I hate you so much sometimes.
He said something about a sharp. I don't know what the fuck a sharp is.
Shark.
Sharp.
No.
He
With a
said
P.
sharp.
With a P. With a
P.
Sharp.
The sharps, the professional bettors are on.
They're not sharks now?
No, they're sharps.
Damn it. I don't. I hate you.
Apparently, PETA has pissed somebody else off, and they had to change their names to sharps.
Sunday at noon on Fox, the 11-1 Eagles favored by 5.5 points with a 44.5 point total at the 7-4 and now 1 because the NFL's got to have a tie because it's World Cup year.
Right.
New York Giants Sunday at noon. Boys.
Don't do it.
Boys.
Don't do it.
I've got the Giants in the over.
Of course he's gonna jump on Danny Dimes.
I'm not jumping on him. He's been my favorite NFC East quarterback for 3 years.
And he'll never be a Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Famer.
I wanted to do that.
Do it.
No,
What's stopping you?
How much is the spread?
5.5.
It's not enough. Is it at Giants?
It's at Giants. It's at Jets. technically.
God damn.
Do
Yeah.
it.
Give me
Do it.
Give me the Giants. I just knocked over a hat. Give me what's the point total?
44.5.
It's gonna have to be an under in order for the Giants to be that close. Give me an under.
Giants in the under. Big Red, what's your analysis?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. We're all going to lose because I'm taking the Giants because the betting percentage and the money and the sharps are all on the Giants. And
God damn it.
No, get this. 99% of the money coming in is on the under. Give me the Giants and the under.
And then finally, boys, Sunday at noon, the rare Cowboys noon game. I think this is the third or fourth one they've had this year, although.
Well, because we're playing they might as well be playing the Monroe City Panthers.
I don't think the line would be this high if they were playing the Panthers.
Or the Athens
Probably not.
Hornets.
Or the Colony Cougars.
Or the early high school Longhorns.
They're not a real team.
Of course, you can of Tigers.
The Palestine Unabombers.
I thought they were the Tigers.
Are they the Tigers? I can't remember what they were. I think there are. The Grapeland Sandies. My dad played football. The 1-10-1 Houston Texans at the 9-3 Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 17.5.
It's not enough.
With a 45.5 point total. And Big Red, I'll share with you what article I wrote this morning for the Cowboys and for the Texans because it was the same piece.
I read it?
I just duplicated the article for both sides. Changed some names out, and then the headline. Oh, did you already read it about the point total?
Go ahead.
So, yes, this is the largest spread of any NFL game this season.
That's what she said.
Can't wait to meet her.
No, that's actually what he said.
Let me show you my spread, lady. Mark. Mark and myself. Last year, if you have to go back to last year to find a spread total a spread that was this big, much.
How big was it?
And that was a 17-point spread, also involving the Texans as underdogs to the Bills. The Bills won that game. I'm sorry, the Cardinals. The Cardinals won that game 40-5. Before that, you got to go back to another Texans game earlier in the year as they were 17-point underdogs to the Bills, and the Bills won that game 40-0. So I see a pattern here.
You should.
And last year's Texans team was better than this year's Texans team. So I'm going Cowboys all the way. And I'm going over because Cowboys are probably going to score 45 on their own. So I'll take that over.
I am going with the Cowboys as well. And the 45 is the over-under?
45.5.
45.5. I want to, you know what? I'm going to say under because I think this is going to be like that 40-0 situation where like Cooper Rush is playing running back somehow and stupid shit's happening.
There's certainly a scenario in which all the second and third stringers could be in the game in the second half for the Cowboys.
So,
Big Red.
Well, we'll see how this works out. The spread opened with the Cowboys as an 8-point favorite, and it jumped to a whopping 17.5. Well, that tells you where all the money's going. The betting percentage at 64%, the money at 72%, as well as all the sharps are on the Cowboys. And 96% of the money is going on the under. So give me the Cowboys and the under. The Cowboys win 42-3.
I like it.
I'm going to win by hooks this week.
You're going to hate when the score is 43-3.
Probably.
That'd be just your luck.
I will drive down there specifically to kick you in the nut.
Well, it wouldn't be me that kicked the field goal for the Texans.
Well,
that'd be that Fairbairn guy.
I'll show you how he did it.
Hi, Fairbairn. By the way, Colby, Big Red, did you get to listen to any DFW sports radio today right around 3 o'clock?
I had it. Actually, I had it on. I had it on the Freak, and I was hoping to get to the point to where I could hear Grego come back, but I did not. But I heard a lot of stories, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, they picked up right at about 3:02 with a very fake because apparently they don't own the rights to the Hardline theme song.
Right.
So they had the fake Hardline theme song, which was actually pretty good. It was a little different. But man, I'm telling you, I had already told myself I wasn't gonna listen.
But you got a little emotional about it, didn't you?
I kind of didn't want any part of it. I love Grego. I love Rhines. I love all that shit that happened back then. I loved being a part of it from day one. And it's funny because every single story they told, I remembered it like it was yesterday. And I'd even forgotten some of them until they retold it. But kind of weird hearing Grego on the air again. I'm not going to lie. And I could tell, and he said he was nervous the whole time. And you could tell, dude, he was terrified.
There was a lot of Grego broke out the stutter bunny.
Yeah.
Like I do all the time.
But it was good. It was good to hear him. And I don't know, that's not supposed to be a permanent situation over there, but you never know, and I got to have a conversation.
I still don't see it, man, ever coming about as a permanent situation.
No, I don't think so either. But it was nice to hear it.
And Sybil, I'll try. I'm a spitter, not a swallower.
I forgot that was still up there.
No, I just put it up there.
Oh, I had it up there earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That's what she said. So there we go, Big Red. Those are our picks. We'll be back Monday or Wednesday with to recap the picks and do our picks for Week 15. You hanging out with us, Big Red? Or you for news and notes?
I'm going to. I happen to have another full drink right here already made, and
as do I.
And this drink that I got to finish, and this cup that apparently Sybil doesn't want me to spit in anymore. So.
You need a spittoon. I'm going to get you a spittoon for your birthday next year.
Either that or just the sound effect every time he goes to his cup, right?
We'll just play a drop.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. All right. Well, Colby.
Yep.
You ready for some of this?
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Big Red. Thank you, me, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to Center. It's Center. Where the hell is Center at?
Of the Earth.
Yeah, it's not Center. So
Center, Texas?
No.
I know where that is.
Colorado. It's in Colorado. Found it. Authorities in Center County say a Boalsburg man is behind bars following a brief police chase over the weekend. According to the affidavit, police say that the chase began as officers responding late Friday night to a report of shots fired inside a residence along with a West Crestview Avenue. Police say as officers, I almost said ossifers, were responding to the scene.
You were drunk.
Well, that'll get you in. Hey, I promise you this. That'll get you in trouble.
Responding to the scene, a blue Ford Mustang began to flee at a high rate of speed. Authorities say the chase only lasted approximately 30 seconds as the driver failed to negotiate a turn and jumped a rock wall and a row of trees and landed on top of a 2-axle trailer in an individual's yard. Needless to say, 23-year-old Stephen Mattis didn't get away from the scene of the crime. Authorities did seize weapons from his possession, including a 9mm handgun and a 16-gauge shotgun. Here's the thing. I need everybody to know, if you ever go into an apartment complex and you're setting off your firearms and they call 911, when the police arrive, do not jump in your Mustang and try to speed away as fast as possible. If anything, drive like you don't know what's going on and you're just leaving. But
Fair enough.
Trying to take a turn at a high rate of speed, flipping over your car over a stone wall and a row of trees and landing on top of somebody's trailer in their backyard is not a way to avoid attention.
No.
It's just not. So don't do that. Actually, don't go into a random apartment just firing off guns.
It's probably the best advice.
There you go. But if you did that, then don't try and escape police by making your Mustang go airborne. Did you see that Mustang take off? Damn. I did find on the WestElm.com products list the strangest nativity scene that you have ever seen in your entire fucking life.
You ready for it?
I am ready for it.
Did it have Yoda in it?
No. That right there is your glass, modern stained glass. They said it twice. Nativity scene. In case you can't tell what's going on, there's the manger is in that the glass in the back.
Yeah, in the middle.
Yeah, that's Mary and Joseph and Jesus. Jesus is a little clear glass. You've got the three wise men on one side and some kind of farmer guy bringing more gifts and goods on the other side.
That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Literally, as it should be titled, instead of glass modern stained glass nativity set, it should be labeled the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What's the price on it? I forgot. I looked it up.
World.
It's in pounds, right?
Yeah, it's in dollars.
Oh, is it?
You can buy this for $170. Order now.
Or don't.
Or don't.
You know what? If I had 170 extra bucks, I might use that for target practice.
Wow, that is an extra $170 right there.
That is. It's of course, does anything affect you, the fact that even though it's not Jesus, you are literally shooting at a representation of Jesus? At some point, you're going to be like, this might be bad.
I would apologize before and after.
Let's go to outside of Fort Worth, Texas.
Uh-oh.
Man, getting local on the news and notes. As Electra Police Department noticed someone was putting something outside the police station at around 4:30 p.m. on Thursday. Well, what was happening was there was a woman in a hazmat uniform. Hazmat uniform. That
did she have on clean panties?
Well, she dropped off about 5 buckets of shit and left it on the front porch of the police station. Literally 50 pounds of human waste.
It's about how much I have inside of me.
Right. You should eat some pears.
Gonna eat some pears, Colby.
You should eat some pears.
I
told, and you know, at some point I may tell everybody the magic of eating 2 to 3 pears a day.
Let me be the guinea pig. I'll try it out.
All right, I'll have him with a report. So this lady dropped off 50 pounds of human shit at the police department. So they found out who she was because they caught a picture of her license as she was leaving. Come to find out, she was the wife of the chief of the fire department. They don't know why she dropped off 50 pounds of human shit at the police office, but they did call her and said, "Hey, we don't know why you did this, but can you come back here and clean this shit up?" And she told them no.
Literally?
So there's now a warrant out for her arrest. Should go over well. I wonder what she's going to bring to pay off her fine or whatever once the warrant's fulfilled.
Rolls of pennies.
Yeah.
More shit.
Yeah. But she brings like guano because the bat shit's worth something.
Guano.
Found it. Hey, man. They made coffee cups out of guano and Ace Ventura, too.
No, they did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's go to Michigan, where this is his literal name, Hassan Choker.
Sounds like a porn star.
It does. He's 35. He was he had to have a virtual court appearance because it was alleged that Hassan Choker went to he went to a
just say
he went to a Jewish temple, and
synagogue.
Yeah, he went to
Same thing.
Jewish temple and yelled anti-Semitic comments at the temple. Outside of it, but it made people mad, so he had to go see a judge.
That wasn't Mel
about it.
Gibson, right?
No, it wasn't Mel Gibson.
Okay, just
or Walt Disney.
Just check.
So Judge Regina Thomas was talking to him virtually when Hassan Choker decided that the best way to go ahead and get everything cleared up was to show her his ass. Show her. Yeah, he mooned the judge while she was like going to set his bond.
In the courtroom.
No, virtually.
Oh, it was a virtual ass showing. Okay.
Yeah.
Virtual moon.
So she's talking to him about what his bond could possibly be.
Oh, you mean like what Tim's fixing to do?
Yeah. She was.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah. She was talking to him about what his bond should be and all that, and she's the one that can set it. And his idea of response was, "Oh yeah, you're the one that can set the bond, huh? Here's my ass.
Let's piss this one off.
Set it off." So if you're ever in bond talk with a judge, don't moon the judge. It's probably a bad idea. Another bad idea is we go to South Africa, where Nkositsha Njimbana.
Yeah, just don't.
That's about as good as I can get to it. He's 58. He died outside of his home because this is November 5th. Well, before I get to it, in some African cultures, it's believed that ancestors visit their living relatives in the form of bees and or lizards.
I've heard that.
So Njambana thought that the swarm of bees that came to his house were his ancestors coming to talk to him. So he went out to talk to him. He's dead.
Oh, no.
He died of bee stings.
His ancestors killed him.
Yeah. I can't because, it's his religion and he was brought up to believe it, and that you fully had that. But
Colby, this is America. We can make fun of other people's religions.
But
that's why Lance went to war.
I understand all that, but I don't care what the religion is. I'm not going to go up and try and have a heart-to-heart talk with a swarm of bees.
Do you think when he walked out there, he was speaking whatever his native tongue is, or was he going?
I don't know. But here's the other thing. I'm not walking up to a swarm of bees in Africa. Anybody ever hear of the African bee? It's a bad motherfucker.
I believe they prefer the term African American bees.
Well, if they come over here, then yes, that's what they want.
Yes.
The African American bees. They don't want to be called African bees because they've
It's just racist.
Yeah, and they're just bees over there.
I don't think PETA would appreciate that.
It's like sliced fried potatoes in France or just fries.
Not French fries. Or a waffle in Belgium.
So let's go over to New Zealand, where the government wants farmers to pay a tax for the emissions of their livestock in what has become to be known as the fart tax.
Okay, see, I thought you said emissions, and then my brain went fart tax, but surely that's not what he means.
No, that is exactly. It's known as the fart tax. Your cows are passing gas, and
methane tax.
Yeah, because your gas bubble fart burps excrement of cattle causes harmful things to the greenhouse gas and methane.
I thought he was panning that down to moon the camera.
That's my mug. So basically the farmers are revolting against the fart tax.
Tim, you need to shave.
So they just the fact that there's a fart tax out there and it's made farmers mad.
So why
make news and notes?
But what's the why? I mean, what's the reason behind it?
Well, over in Europe and stuff, they really do care about the earth and ozone and stuff, unlike us.
Gross. Why?
Because they care about future
All right,
generations.
so hang on. Since we're going that direction, do they really? I mean,
their governments do. They may not, but their governments do.
All right, but hang on. So America has said, we're going to save the earth by not drilling any oil, but we're going to buy all of our oil from somewhere else.
Right.
Really saving the earth. I mean, why not just drill it here and save everybody the money that they need to save? Chewy, why are you turning away from me? I'm talking to you.
He's looking at you.
He's
Turn
looking
your ass
straight
back
at you.
around.
Man, I don't know. I felt like I just did a story about fart tax, and now we got serious.
Oh, what? No.
Way to go, Big Red.
It's enough seriousness. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll save my rants for some other time.
Man, you could have a whole
segment for a rant.
about rants.
You know what? We're going to. I'm working on it.
Well, get it.
I have a contestant that will sit beside me while I do it.
So let's go from there to China.
Your wife?
Where, this guy didn't have a good day. So the Auto Home website has reported that there was a driver of a vehicle that the car was stuck in cruise control. It's kind of like speed, but your own personal version.
This is why I don't use the cruise control on my motorcycle, because I'm terrified of that happening.
So he had set his speed at 100 kilometers per hour, which is
It's like 40 miles an hour.
It's 62 miles an hour.
Not in Canada. It's a different kilometer, apparently.
And no, 100 is 60.
Because I used to drive 100 kilometers in the 40 mile an hour zones.
Well, no, that you were driving 60.
Oh, I never got caught then.
Okay, well, good for you. And anyway, before you threw me off, so he was stuck like that with a police escort once they figured out that he couldn't pull over. Because can you imagine the police cops behind you and you're like, man, I can't do anything. And you're like calling whatever emergency thing. Going,
He's got
dude,
Fred Flintstone brakes. Put your feet down and make it stop.
he can't get it to stop.
I hate when that happens.
They basically, before they got there, he was 30 minutes before he was finally tracked down of just dodging traffic and not being able to slow or stop. Like red lights, green lights, fuck you, can't stop, sorry, gotta go.
Huh.
So do you actually get a ticket for that, or you just say, I'm sorry I couldn't stop? I mean,
Well, once it ran out of gas, I don't know if he got like ticketed or whatever, but Mr. Luo, and that's the way he was identified. He wasn't given a citation, but the company that made the vehicle was. So that's how China decided to act on that one. So the company that had that malfunction, they had to pay up. So, which is, I mean, there you go. If I was Mr. Lau, I would have been like, no, somebody owes me money. Holy shit, I almost died about 8,000 times. Y'all owe me a lot of money.
Tim, could you do that from the studio home? If you had gas to get you to just before you had to turn off to go home, could you go from where you are in the studio all the way up the tollway to 380, then down 380 at 64 miles an hour and not stop?
No, I couldn't. No. I mean, I could leave here and do 64 or whatever until I got to exit the tollway.
Right.
But there's no way I can cut a left turn like that. And I don't go to 380. I just go to Panther Creek. There's no way I could, even if it was at the tollway, at 380, I can't cut that turn at 64 miles an hour left on the bike.
So, I mean,
no, his bike will not do that.
Yeah. If you're going north, that's going to run out. I don't know how much further the tollway has gone north since I left, but
not much.
Just not, it just would be, but if you were going south, I mean, you could make that happen if you knew that it was stuck before you had to hit your exit, and you're on the tollway.
Nope.
You could roll.
I still have to exit the tollway and U-turn.
You ran out of gas.
No, I would just shut the engine off
until you got to downtown, and then you have to take that little loop that right there by the AAC.
I would die because there's too much traffic there all the time.
Yeah, Tim, you'd be screwed.
Yeah. I wonder why he didn't turn the engine off.
Yeah, that was the first thing that went through my brain. Like, just turn it off.
Huh.
People aren't smart, Colby.
Well, you know, that just hit me. I was just more interested in the Chinese version of Speed.
Right? It was happening.
It was happening right
was
there.
Chinese Keanu Reeves and Chinese Sandra Bullock there?
Right. No, they were not.
Damn it.
So coming up Monday, Tim's going to explain to us what has happened with him with his experiment of the pear treatment.
Well, I better start that like tomorrow then, huh?
Yeah, I've already been doing it, and let me just say, you folks out there, eat a couple of pears a day. Just do it.
And let us know what happens to you.
Just do it. Couple of pears, 2 to 3 pears a day. See what happens.
Yeah, let us know.
So, Lance, also the other thing that got brought out that hadn't been brought out since Super Bowl 30.
Since the year Caitlin was born.
There you go.
That's been brought out.
Show them the signature that you don't know who it is.
I don't know who's signed it because it's faded.
Make it out.
But
I'll have to take a look at that next time. I'll be able to tell you who it is. Because I may have one.
I don't know if you can, because it just looked. I mean, I know somebody signed it, but I can't remember. I honestly can't. It's been 30 years.
Colby was like 15, right?
Yeah.
Shut up, Colby.
So there's that. So the only time this has ever been brought out is after they won it, and then right now, which tells you what I think about this Cowboy season.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Drunk Sports Podcast tonight. We will be back Monday. Colby and I will with another Drunk Sports Podcast here from the DSP Media Podcast Studios in North Dallas. We'll have some more fun, some more good, bad, and ugly. Probably another list. And I will update you on my pear diet. List this.
We'll have a segment called Impaired Tim.
M-paired Tim.
Will
come out on
Judgment. How about that?
Impaired Judgment. That's me every show, though. Everybody knows that. Big Red, you want to send us out?
I would love to. Once again, as always, folks, we thank you for everything that you do for us. We thank you for all the likes, the subscribes, everything you do on YouTwitface. Thank you for everything you do for us. We love you. Take care of each other. Love each other. Make somebody smile because we love you. Good night.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Drunk Sports Podcast. Join us next time for a lot more alcohol and more drunk sports talk. Until next time, here's to you.
This is the funnest night ever.
We're all drunk. Internets.
God damn it, Griggs.
Big Red.
Shut up, Tim. We're not talking about my mother.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Do you have a fresh pair of panties on?